This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Really exciting to bring a National Football League franchise to Nevada.
I'm philosophically opposed to having a billionaire coming in and asking for a taxpayer handout.
A special session of the Nevada legislature is underway to approve $750 million of public funding to build an NFL stadium in Las Vegas. And that tops Channel 2 News at 5 o'clock. Now, if approved, the $1.9 billion stadium would bring the Oakland Raiders one step closer to moving to southern Nevada. Good evening, I'm Kristen Remington.
And I'm Landon Miller. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, the public money would actually come from an increase in Clark County's hotel room tax. Paul Nelson has been at the legislature all day long following the proceedings. So, Paul, how exactly are things looking right now?
Well, there's definitely a lot of excitement down here, Landon. All you have to do is take a look around the legislative building, including this fire engine right over here. As you can see, it's all decked out with Raiders logos. We actually just saw some fans walk by with Raiders jersey. Now, some say this would be a huge economic driver, and it would create a lot of jobs and tax revenue. And while most seem to like the idea of an NFL team coming to Nevada, some say it shouldn't come on the backs of the taxpayers.
Pressure's coming. Carr lets it fly. He's got a man wide open. It's Amari Cooper.
The Oakland Raiders could be moving to Nevada, but that could all depend on the construction of a new 65,000-seat stadium with a $1.9 billion price tag. $750 million of that would be funded publicly.
$750 million is a big one. We want to ensure that it's a good investment for our money.
Lawmakers will make that decision. It's estimated that 14,000 permanent jobs and 25,000 construction jobs will be created because of the new stadium and an expansion of the Las Vegas Convention Center.
Oh, look, it's significant economic growth for Clark County and the city of Las Vegas to have those types of permanent jobs as well as temporary ones. So, look, any incremental job growth is a positive.
Economists say the two projects would generate about $85 million in tax revenue each year, with a third of that going towards education. Some lawmakers say the room tax increase is risky.
And when tourism goes down, our room tax decreases. And so if this whole deal is based upon the room tax, that's a very serious concern.
More than $1.1 billion of the stadium would be privately financed, and the Raiders would have to sign a 30-year lease.
The NFL also would require that they sign a non-relocation agreement.
The stadium would also be the home of the UNLV Rebels, who have wanted to build a new stadium closer to campus. If the Raiders do not make the move, the university would have to come up with $200 million in private funding to build a 40,000-seat stadium. Lawmakers have a lot of details to work out before they'll make a decision.
I want to make sure that it's not just something that's good for businessmen, which is fair enough, but it's also good for the community members.
We have somebody that's worth $32 billion. They can pay for this from their pocket.
And lawmakers say that if the Raiders do move to Las Vegas, there is a possibility that they might hold their training camp up here in Reno. Now, the other bill being looked at is over in the assembly side of the legislative building, and that would increase taxes to allow more police officer positions in Las Vegas, to allow for more visitors that would come for the stadium and for the convention center. Covering the special session live in Carson City, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.
All right, Paul, thank you. Meanwhile,